Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fariha Firda Hashim. I'm from class 2B, majoring in PGMI. Today, I will tell you a story and tell it. Everyone has its own time to heal. That morning, the sky looked cloudy. Gray clouds hung over the schoolyard. The school felt quiet. The wind blew softly, bringing in a strange coldness. In a corner of the classroom, a boy sat in a neat but worn-out uniform. His eyes stared at blackboard, but his mind was far away. That was Raka Zain Alpino. Behind his silence, he carried many wounds. Since his parents' death in a mysterious plane crash, he lived with his grandmother. Their old house often lost power, just like Raka unstable emotional. Even in hardship, Raka had brilliant intelligence. He could memorize books in one ride and solve complex problems quickly. But instead of prize, his talent made him a target. His friend called him strength, not a normal human. It all started with envy. The quiet Raka was not fit to be a leader. Students began to whisper behind his back, "Why doesn't the OSIS chairman ever hang out?" The teacher must have chosen him because they felt sorry for him. Gossip spread like poison. On the wall magazine, someone posted Raka photo next to a robot. "This is the most rigid OSIS chairman of the century," wrote one comment greeted with a laughing emoji. Raka read it silently, but said nothing. One day, his bag was soaked with water. Books were wet, papers torn, and OSIS notes gone. Inside, there was only a piece of paper that said, "Smart kids can draw to write." Raka's hands trembled, but his face still calm. He didn't want to bother anyone. Every night, he dreamed of a white room full of echoing ridicule. On hold, a mirror showing a cracked, fragile figure. Each morning, a paper appeared on his desk with different messages. "Their laughter is only loud because you are silent. You are not destroyed, just reset. This one is not a curse. It means you are growing." He kept them all in a book under his bed. At school, students who mocked him suddenly lost their voices. Raka never replied, but held his pain inside. Only Naila dared to approach. She wasn't afraid. The only way to help was to stay by his side. Raka began to really go to school. Some OSIS assessments were neglected. His friends said, "How come a leader is soft?" But no one knew Raka was fighting his own thoughts. One day, he discovered his books were left, but all his notes were gone. On the blackboard, only one sentence remained: "I have to go into the one myself to get out alive." In a dream, he walked through hallway of cracked mirror. reliving memories, his grandmother arms, the oasis room tears. At the end, a bright click behind a door. Forgive yourself. When he opened it, his mocking voices turned into soft cans. Indeed, with hardship, there is easy. He woke up breathless. That morning, Raka came to school. His clothes damp from drizzle, his eyes lit by a quick flame. His first step, the back room, where he finally spoke his spine. No tears, just silence as he opened up. They passed, teacher listening, a support team formed. Some students changed, but Raka didn't wait for apologies. He lived for himself, his grandmother, and his God. Each morning he wrote, "Today I am enough. Even though I am not healed, I have started walking." Naila stayed by his side. They shared peaceful silence in the school garden, a quiet that no longer hurt. In the end, Raka understands that life is not about being the strongest, but about choosing to keep going even with a broken heart. He stopped waiting for the world to change and begins healing from waiting. His wounds remain, but he accepts them as part of the journey and find him as Allah say in the Quran, "Inna ma'al usri yusra." Indeed, with hardship there is ease.